Hello, 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 and welcome back. Oh my gosh, we are making so much progress, and I am so proud of you guys for hanging in there and for being so open. This has just really, really been beautiful, the messages that we've received so far, and really healing as well. And so I hope that you're enjoying it, and I'm so excited for today's message. I know several people in this group, a lot of my friends who have worked with Mary Magdalene before, that you have a really deep connection with her. And so I'm really excited to have her show up and share her message today. So before we jump into that, once again, we're going to check in. How are you doing? We have been shifting so much energy so far. Make sure that you are grounding, getting out in nature if your weather allows. It's been springtime and a little more conducive to that. So go outside, get your feet actually in the grass if you can, barefoot. Water is good. Drinking water, baths, showers, hanging out by bodies of water, all of that is going to be supportive to help you get grounded. Root vegetables are very good as well. And yes, French fries count. Okay. So make sure you're giving yourself self-care, that you have self-compassion, that you are not judging whatever it is you're going through. Trust that it is exactly right for you. Drop it in the comments. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's been coming up for you? Is it resonating? Are you happy and excited and it's all coming together? Are you frustrated because it just doesn't resonate, or you still don't feel like you've made progress in knowing who you are? Whatever's coming up for you, drop that in the comments. Okay. And yes, I forgot to ask you for emojis, but yeah, drop some emojis for me. When you do that, when you participate, it helps the algorithm, Facebook's algorithm, so that the other people in the group will see what's going on here. So make sure that you do that. Drop me some emojis. Let me know how you're doing. I will come back and answer you in the comments and offer you up my support. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so channeling, it's so interesting, right? It works best when I get out of my head. And I'm feeling a little in my head today because Mary Magdalene is such a beloved individual. So many people have such a deep connection to her. And I want to make sure that I do this justice. And I know they're telling me I can't mess it up. So I'm just going to kind of release the ego thing that I have going on here. And I'm going to trust that whatever is shared today is exactly what is needed. Okay. So for those of you that are, yes, and before I do that, and also understand that the way that I experience Mary Magdalene might be different than the way you experience Mary Magdalene. The way she shows up for me, the way she shows up for our group, the way she shows up for the collective might be different than the way she shows up for you personally. Okay. And also she said that some of you, it will feel very familiar to you, that you will definitely feel that, oh yes, this is the Mary that I know. Okay. So I trust that will happen. And so, as you know, I check in with the Ascended Masters before I do this, and I ask them, what would you like to share with our audience today? And this is what she had to say. She says, I was the yin to Jesus, or Yeshua's yang. He taught with authority in the synagogues. I taught with authority in the homes. He had many followers who were willing to meet with him in the daylight. Mine were those who met under candlelight. He was the perfect example of the divine masculine. I was the perfect example of the divine feminine. The power of the divine feminine has been lost. It is time to restore it to the earth, for it is the divine feminine that will heal the wounded masculine to allow balance to finally be achieved. She then shares that she was an initiate of the same mystery school as Mother Mary, but in a different capacity. So I don't have records to back that up. That's what she told me. If you've heard differently, then you can just run that by your truth meter, by your gut, and see if that resonates as truth for you. Okay, and she's even like kind of chastising me right now for doubting that. So thank you. I can trust that that is correct. She said that she has had several ascended lifetimes, but the one as the consort of Jesus was the most impactful for her. It was definitely the most powerful ascension that she experienced. She said that it is time to bring the power of the divine feminine out of the shadows and into the light. And we can see that happening. I know I'm feeling that in my own life, and I know many of you also have been exploring the divine feminine. And yeah, it's happening. It is definitely happening. Okay, so all right, let's go ahead and jump into the channeling now. If it resonates with you, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and release. Wiggle your toes and come fully into your body. Yeah, and at this time, I can feel the connection that many of you have with her. I feel the love that you have for her and the love that she has for you. It's like a meeting of friends is what it feels like to me. And that's so beautiful. Good, good, good. Take another deep breath in and release. Allow yourself to get grounded and centered, bringing your awareness into the present moment. Good, 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 good. And now I invite you to open your crown chakra and invite your gut into this space. Gut meaning God or goddess, universe, or higher power. This is what the divine looks like for you. Your gut is going to create safety for you. Your gut is going to personalize this for you, give you additional insight, and make sure that that all the codes that you receive, all the codes you need for your highest good during this transmission. Another breath in. Good, 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 good. Now, likewise, my gut is here with me, and I am going to raise my vibration. Just breathing into it, up, 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 up. Good, 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 good. Inviting into this space, Mary Magdalene. Good, good, good. Continue to breathe while I go up, up, up a little further. Connecting and inviting Mary Magdalene into this space. Yes, my dear. Yes, yes, yes. I am here. I am here with you. I am here in this beautiful circle of women who have gathered together, who stand in the feminine divine. I feel right at home among you, that you are my peers. I am so proud of each and every one of you for embodying the divine feminine, for bringing the divine feminine back to the earth, for seeding the earth with the divine feminine. Even as Metatron has said that you are seeding the earth with love, Likewise, you are seeding the earth with the divine feminine, for the divine feminine cannot exist without the power of love. And so, my message for you today is indeed that of empowerment. And the message of empowerment that I have for you I invite you along with my channel, I invite you to breathe and release resistance. It is okay that there is resistance. There is no judgment here, no judgment here. For there are those among you who feel that with power comes great responsibility, that you will be called to do that which you do not want to do, that you will have responsibility thrust upon you. And that is not the way of the feminine. That is not the way of the feminine. That is the way of the wounded masculine. And so before we proceed, sit with me now as I heal the feminine within you. Sit with me now as I witness and acknowledge the wounds inflicted upon you by the wounded masculine. As within, so without, as without, so within. Understand that the wounded masculine that has shown up for you in your lifetime as external players, that they are reflecting to you the wounded masculine within you. That the abuse, overpowering, the oppression, and all of the aspects of the masculine that have been contorted and distorted and twisted in your external world are likewise a reflection of the distortion, contortion, and twisting of the masculine within yourself. And so the codes that I am installing at this time are going to be healing codes, healing the divine feminine. For even as I began speaking of the divine feminine, many of you shrank from that. There is so much judgment around the feminine as weakness, the feminine as victim, the feminine as vulnerability, the feminine as always, always, always being alert and on guard. As if being alert and on guard were a feminine attribute, but it is not. That is the masculine that seeks to protect. And many of you are unwilling at this time, no judgment here, you are unwilling at this time to lay down those layers of protection, to lay down your masculine and allow yourselves to be fully vulnerable, to be fully seen in the feminine. And there is great understanding for you because the feminine has not been safe. It has not been safe to embody the feminine within this world. It has not been safe for men to embody their feminine. It has not been safe for women to embody their feminine. And so there is great wounding around this. There is much wounding. Understand Yes, 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 we are healing, we are healing, we are healing this at this time. The codes that are being installed are healing, healing, healing this. Understand that this shield, if you will, this armor that you wear, this masculinity intended to protect you, is actually caging your power. It is caging your feminine power. Breathe into this, breathe into this, breathe into this. This does not have to be true for you. You discern, your gut provides the answers. Lean into this. If you are ready to receive, receive. If not, release, release, release. But that which you have used to protect yourself has been caging the feminine power. The invitation for you, and this shall be utterly terrifying to many of you, the invitation to you is to release your defenses, to lay them down, lay them down, lay them down, and allow yourself to stand completely vulnerable in all your relationships, vulnerable before those who lash out at you, vulnerable before those who throw blame at you, those who would wound you with their words and with their attempts to control, manipulate, and physically harm you as well. Be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be vulnerable in the face of all these things, for the truth of the higher vibrations, the truth of the higher dimensions is that you are always safe. We have discussed earlier how the harms that you received, the atrocities, the woundings, the traumas, that these are gifts of the third dimension given by those whose love is most pure. And therefore, it is safe for you to stand naked and holy yourself. It is safe for you to do so, for none can harm you. They can only gift you experience within the third dimensional realm. And this, my loves, is exactly what your soul chose to experience in coming here to the third dimension. This is something that could not be had in any other dimension. And if you had wanted a peaceful, calm, loving, carefree life free from all wounding, well, that is what you had before you came here. You could have remained where you were and continue in your paradise, but that is not what you wanted. You chose into this experience of the third dimension. And so once again, my invitation to you, lean into this. It does not have to be your truth. Permission energy, as my channel says, you do not have to do this. Also, remember that this can be your practice. Does not mean that you must stand in your vulnerability 24 hours a day, for at this time that may perhaps be impossible, but allow this to be your practice of standing in your vulnerability. fully seen, fully heard, armor down, weapons down, simply in a state of being. And as you do so, this is where you will discover the power of the feminine, the power of the divine feminine. This is where you will discover it. This is where you will embody it. This will teach you. The divine feminine will teach you the power of the divine feminine. That is not my job, if you will. That is not my role to do today, is to explain feminine power to you. It is simply to invite you to personally experience it. And so, think of the one who hurts you now. Think of the one who causes you the greatest pain. Think of the one that you feel you must protect yourself from. Think of this one. This is your practice. This is your teacher. This is the messenger of the divine feminine empowerment. This is the one who has contracted to come forth and love you purely, to give you this opportunity to expand and grow and embody your feminine power. And this will look differently to each one of you, and so I do not give you explicit instructions on how to do this. In fact, at this time, if you think of this one, you think of your weapons, you think of your armor, you know what it is that you need to lay down. You know how to change your interactions with this person. You know. And if you do not know, then we can speak again one-on-one personally as you do your homework. This is the message that I have for you today. A reminder that it is imperative for you to tap into your divine feminine, for you to embody the divine feminine, for as you do so, this beautiful, vulnerable empowerment will heal the wounded masculine within you. Collectively, you will heal the wounded masculine of the collective. This is the power that you have. This is the power that I awaken within you. And this is the power that I invite you to embrace. Thank you for allowing me to share my message with you today. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mary Magdalene. No wonder I was a little nervous about that. Mm. All right, fuck. Okay. All right. She's calling me out, man. She is calling me out. I think I have shared with many of you my experiences as I am navigating some difficulties in my marriage. So I think I need to show up in a more I need to show up in vulnerability with my husband, and I am committing to that. Fuck, I just said that out loud, didn't I? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, when the swears start coming, it means that I recognize a shift coming, and that I recognize the importance of doing this thing. Oh my goodness. Anyone else triggered? Share in the comments. How are you doing? Let me know what you heard. Maybe you heard something differently than I did. Uh, each one of us, we are receiving messages unique to us. Share in the comments. What did you hear? What insights did you take from that? What resonated with you? And what triggered you? Were there any triggers? Let me know in the comments and I will come back and support you through that, okay? Dang, she does not mince words either. She's very straightforward, and I don't know. This is my experience. This is my experience. It's like, damn, that just went straight for the jugular in a very beautiful, loving way. Whew. Okay. Whew, let me know how you're doing. And your homework, as she rather tongue-in-cheek alluded to, is the same as it always is. And that is to journal your thoughts. Take some time today, either immediately after, if you're feeling that connection and you want to go deeper with it right now. Journal, write down, what did you hear? What resonated? What hit you? What do you need clarification on? What would you like to understand deeper? If you want some practical advice, it sounds like she can help you each practically with your own situations. And so sit down and ask her, okay, well, what about this situation? What if this happens? What do I do here? Okay. And she will give you additional insight, additional messages. She will help you to be able to do that. Also, understand that we received codes of healing that masculine and feminine. We received some healing codes there, and for some people those codes take effect immediately. For other people it is a process that unfolds. It can unfold very quickly or it can take time. Allow yourself to lean into that. Your process does not your process is exactly right for you. It doesn't have to be faster or slower or anything other than what it is. There's no shaming ourselves. There's no shoulds or have tos, nothing like that. Okay, permission energy, it gets to be the way that it is, and those codes are going to create the safety that you need to be able to step into that vulnerability. I feel like that message was as much for me as any of you. So please do that. Do your homework, do your journaling, receive additional messages if needed, and then choose one insight, one aspect of what you've journaled, something that either you're struggling with, that really touched you and resonated deeply, or that you feel would benefit the group. Choose one of those and share that with us in the homework post, and that will be up today. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right, another good one. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I feel your love. I'm a crier, right? Yeah. I'm feeling really supported by you right now, so thank you. Yeah. Thank you for your love and thank you for your support. Thank you for being magnificent. Thank you for going on this journey with me, and just thank you for being vulnerable and open and allowing yourself to receive throughout this process. Everybody, take care and we will see you again tomorrow.